This is the kind of life people truly envy. To surprise his wife, a man secretly bought a long-abandoned and crumbling house, then spent an entire year renovating it with his own hands. What was once a dangerous ruin was transformed into a luxury home worth millions. The interior renovation is nearly flawless, and the property even includes a private yard and wide green lawns. Pure comfort at its finest. This is Henry's first day holding the keys, right after finishing the paperwork. He can't wait to bring his wife and daughter to see the place. At first glance, the house still looks fairly intact, but upon closer inspection, every corner reveals a strange beauty born from decay. Pushing open the door, they find that the living room is surprisingly well preserved. The ceiling-mounted projector might still work with some repairs, and the built-in fireplace could easily last a few more years. They even discover a drawer full of old discs tucked away in a corner. The kitchen, however, is a different story. The moment the fridge is opened, a terrible smell rushes out, creating an unforgettable sensory shock, as if opening the door to a whole new world. Things get even worse when they discover leftovers from the previous owner still sitting in the sink, earning Henry a silent but deadly warning smile from his wife. Thankfully, another room reveals an abandoned printer and a bulky old monitor. Selling them could at least recover some cash. On top of that, the spacious basement downstairs and the overgrown private backyard quietly add even more usable space to the house. Before any real renovation can begin, all the remaining trash has to be cleared out. Luckily, Henry knows the owner of the recycling station, saving him a hefty disposal fee. The old roof, however, is far beyond saving. A single scrape sends chunks falling off, and under the scorching heat, the work becomes exhausting. Henry calls a friend for help, and with teamwork, truckload after truckload of debris is cleared away. In just one morning, the roof is completely stripped. Fortunately, most of the wooden boards beneath are still usable, with only minor damage that can be patched up easily. Without wasting time, Henry starts the next phase. He first lays down a layer of polypropylene fabric to protect against moisture, then installs asphalt shingles from the bottom up. To ensure the roof is truly waterproof, every detail requires absolute precision. Vent openings are added along the ridge to improve airflow and keep the interior dry. For long-term durability, Henry repeats sections of the work again and again, aiming for perfection. The walls, though seemingly intact, are rotten inside and must all be torn down and replaced. With his father's help, the demolition becomes more manageable, though the sheer scale of the job still takes 2.5 days. Before installing new wall panels, a moisture barrier is added. For durability, Henry chooses wood-look plastic panels, which resist heat, corrosion, and noise. They may be expensive, but aside from the price, they are nearly flawless. After the wall panels were installed, the exterior still needed a finishing touch. The entire house was sprayed white, a task that demanded patience and steady control to ensure even coverage. To avoid a dull look, Henry chose to paint the eaves and door frames black, adding a bold and modern contrast. After the wall panels were finished, the house still needed a final upgrade to really stand out. Henry sprayed the entire exterior white, a process that required patience and precise control to ensure an even coat. Finding the result a bit too plain, he painted the eaves and door frames black, instantly giving the house a sharper, more stylish look. From every angle, the home now looked closer than ever to what he had imagined. The backyard, meant for daily relaxation and entertainment, was the part he looked forward to most. To speed things up, he used interlocking pavers for the ground. Made from durable polyethylene, they were easy to install, almost like playing Tetris. To improve comfort, Henry also built a shade structure. He drilled deep holes at 4 corners, poured concrete, fixed the posts, connected them with beams, and laid the roof framework, completing the outdoor renovation. The kitchen was the most damaged area, and the first to face Henry's merciless teardown. Building a house is hard, but demolition takes only minutes. Rotten partitions and cracked, peeling ceilings were all torn out without hesitation. Although the electrical box inside the wall was still usable, most of the wiring was badly aged and left for replacement later. The kitchen itself showed no mercy. Years of leaks had caused rusted hardware and moldy surfaces, leaving repair no longer an option. Only by fully exposing the problems could they truly be fixed. The original attic frame was badly loosened, and for the safety of his family, Henry knew it couldn't be left standing another day. Once it was removed, new timber beams were installed, making the structure far more solid. With the kitchen walls fully torn down, Henry took the opportunity to reorganize the entire house's wiring. While it looks complicated, the process is anything but easy. Every cable must be perfectly hidden inside the walls, and the old wire was so deteriorated that it all had to be replaced. Even with his background as an electrician, the previous layout was a nightmare to decode. After 2.5 days of work, the job was finally done. Once the walls were sealed with drywall, all that remained was connecting the breaker panel and installing the lights, officially bringing the house into the electrical age. With power secured, Henry moved on to the basement to inspect the plumbing. Most pipes were fine, though a few loose joints needed tightening and hot and cold water lines were added to the kitchen. Compared to rewiring, this part was easy. As for kitchen cabinets, spending money was never an option. Within no time, a full set of solid wood cabinets took shape. A white primer followed by elegant gray paint gave them depth and style. Once the doors were installed, the result looked impressive from every angle. The next morning, as the first snowfall of the year covered the ground, Henry's custom countertop finally arrived. Made of marble, it was not only easy to maintain, but also stunning in appearance. With the cabinets completed, the bare walls now felt out of place, so they were coated with putty and sealed with tape. This careful prep ensured that once painted, every surface would look smooth and seamless. Considering the grease and smoke from cooking, Henry added waterproof tiles to the back wall, making future cleaning much easier. He then placed the newly purchased kitchen appliances in position, knowing that even with all his skills, some things are simply worth paying for. For simpler features, Henry insisted on building everything by hand. The living room storage cabinets, the countertop in front of the fireplace, and even the fireproof wall were all constructed with stone bricks he stacked himself, refusing to spend extra money on outside labor. After carefully filling the joints with mortar and painting both cabinets white for a cohesive look, Henry was only halfway through the renovation, with plenty of work still ahead before the family could move in. With the kitchen and living room finally completed, Henry's workload was still far from over. His next priority was the entryway renovation, where everything in sight had to be torn out for a full makeover. From building a shoe cabinet to custom storage, Henry handled it all with ease. The old door felt unsafe, so he replaced it with a brand new wooden one, and compared to before, the house now truly feels like a grand home. Encouraged by his progress, Henry decided to make full use of the hallway closet. Though the built-in space was limited, adding a few shelves made it more than practical. He painted the interior black to contrast sharply with the white walls. Even without a design background, everything was well planned, and the sliding doors saved valuable hallway space. Encouraged by his recent success, Henry decided to make better use of the hallway closet. Although the built-in space was limited, a few added shelves made it more than sufficient. He painted the interior black, creating a strong contrast with the white walls. Even without a design background, Henry planned everything neatly, and the sliding doors ensured the hallway remained uncluttered. The bathroom, however, required far more effort. It was filled with old furniture left by the previous owner, rusted faucets, cracked seals, and piles of trash. Still, Henry took it in stride. He removed the bathtub, tore up the floor, and opened up the partition between rooms to improve access. After replacing rotten wall panels and reinforcing waterproofing with new tiles and sealant, the once-neglected bathroom finally had a chance at a complete rebirth. Now, all that was left was to install the toilet and the sink, then fix an entire glass panel to separate the wet and dry areas. Once finished, the bathroom could easily rival those in five-star hotels. The toilet even came with a built-in bidet function, meaning Henry would never again have to worry about using too much toilet paper. With the bathroom renovation finally complete, he was able to shift his focus to the flooring throughout the house. Although the workload seemed massive, the old tiles had long since lost their bonding strength. With just a light pry, large pieces fell away, and in a single morning he managed to clear the entire floor. After that, he laid down wood-look flooring. Since the boards were all prefabricated, they were easy to install and beginner-friendly. Still, the details required patience. Each edge had to be carefully sanded so that no gaps were visible, and the planks needed to be laid in a staggered pattern to create a balanced and layered visual effect. The basement entrance, however, posed a real challenge. Located at the corner between the kitchen and the living room, it raised safety concerns. For his family's protection, Henry added a sturdy cover over the opening, applied strong adhesive, and bonded the cut flooring on top. To be extra cautious, he even added additional weight, ensuring that once the entire floor was finished, the seams would be completely invisible. To further improve indoor lighting, Henry turned his attention to the front window. Thick layers of grime covered the glass. Rather than spending time scrubbing it clean, he chose the quicker solution, removing it entirely and installing a brand new window. Once installed, the cabin's overall appearance instantly improved. Still, the muddy ground outside continued to bother him. Determined to fix it, Henry decided to build a porch. After more than half a year of hands-on practice, this task felt easy. He quickly assembled the main frame, secured the base beams, added side supports for stability, and filled the structure with gray boards that perfectly matched the house. Finally, he prepared the lawn. Trenches were dug for a fully automatic irrigation system. A pump was installed, and power was connected. Once everything was in place, fresh turf was laid. The result was a soft, beautiful lawn, so inviting that just looking at it made you want to roll around on it. With the front of the house complete, Henry shifted his focus to the backyard, which would become his future space for relaxation and entertainment. He carefully planned the layout and visited a local plant market to buy hardy plants. After planting them, he spread gravel on top to create a natural look. Someday, sitting under the trees with tea and warm sunlight would feel incredibly peaceful. After more than a year of renovation, Henry has finally fulfilled his promise to his wife. Now, in the final moment of the video, let's take a look and admire Henry's stunning home.